Hey everybody, welcome to the How to Make $10,000 in 4 weeks webinar. So this is all about Christmas, the buying season, what we can do to hit that mark, and I'll walk you through exactly, the steps that you have to take to get there. So I've got a 5-step system. I'll show it to you. I'll show you what to sell, show you all that good stuff. But first, give me a 1 in the chat box if you can hear me and see my screen okay. Awesome, awesome. Got a lot of ones. Oh, we got a lot of people in here. Holy cow. Nice. For a Monday morning at like 10 o'clock, that's awesome. All right, now let me know where you're located on the planet. I'm in London, Ontario, Canada, and we have snow on the ground, and it's 1 degree Celsius. So I don't even know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's cold. I actually had to put shoes on instead of my flip flops, so I'm not impressed. So what do we got here? Who's the furthest away? We got New York, Spain, London, UK, the real London. We got Israel, Chicago, Sweden, Dallas, San Jose. Snowed last night in Pennsylvania. If you're in Pittsburgh, I've been there, and those hills are insane. I don't know how you guys do that. I'm Canadian, and I'm like shocked that you guys can have like hills like that and still get around. Massachusetts, Estonia, uh, Kiev, Ukraine. Wow, nice. Singapore, lovely. Las Vegas, my favorite U.S. city. Idaho, California, Colorado, Indiana, Phoenix. Will this webinar be recorded and available for viewing again? Yes, it will. I'll send out a replay right after it. All right, let's dive in. I'm not going to keep you guys all day. I know you're pumped. This is awesome. Best time of the year right now. Absolutely best time of the year. I've been doing very well with my campaigns, and I'm excited to show you guys kind of what's going on here. So this time last year, I did over 6 figures in like a month and a half, and I plan on repeating that in November. November is always my favorite month of the year. November, December is just awesome. So let's see if we can do this. Let's see if you can do this. I know I'm going to do this. But so we did that part. We did this part. Let's move into this part. So thanks for coming on. I do have a lot of stuff to show you. So what are we going to cover? The 3 things. We're going to cover number 1, what to sell, my bread and butter for the past several years. Like I know this like the back of my hand. Number 2, how to sell it, my 5-step system. Number 3, how to ensure success, the absolute best way. So who is this for? It's for the following people. If your goal is $10,000 per month, we're talking profit. Let's break it down. And this is who it's for. So your revenue, you would have to pull in 40,000. Your expense would be 30,000. Your profit would be 10,000. Now you look at the first thing people look at on this screen right now is they look at expense. They go 30,000. Oh, forget it. I'm out of here. I can't do that. Don't do that. Don't limit yourself. Stop with the limiting beliefs. I hate that. Don't do that. Just smack yourself and say it is possible. Okay. You don't have to get there right away, but you will get there eventually. So 10,000 profit divided by 30,000 expense is a 33% ROI, which is doable. Okay. It's not an obscene number. It's not a ridiculous 100%, 200% ROI. It's an achievable number that people like me do all the time. So I'm not giving you anything that I don't do myself. Okay. So daily, let's break it down. If you're going to do 40,000 in a month revenue, there's 28 days in 4 weeks. You're going to be pulling in $1,428.57. Your cost is going to be 30,000 divided by 28 is an ad spend of $1,071.43. Okay. Your profit is going to be $10,000, which is $337.14 per day. That's your goal over 28 days. Now, I know what people think. No way, you're crazy. That's too much. I can't do that. That expense is insane. There's no way I can spend that. That's like half of what I make in a year. That's what I make in a year. I don't even make that in a year. No way, Will. Am I? So check this out. This is October 30th, October 29th, and October 28th. Like I've said a million times, I practice what I preach. All right. If you add those up and divide by 3, my actual revenue over a 3-day span is $2,097.94. That's over the past 3 days. So don't tell me it's not possible. It is possible. Anything is possible if you decide it is possible. Okay. So I'm here to tell you, you can do this. I can do this. I'm not special. I just maybe failed a little bit more than you did to get to where I am. My ROI, 30% over that. That's my ROI on average anyway. But That's my ROI. So I practice what I preach and I'm willing to teach you. Now, do I have your attention? I hope so. That's an actual screenshot. That's my payouts from Gear Bubble. Okay. Before we begin, allow me to introduce myself because I know there's a lot of people on here who are new to PPC Coach. They don't know who I am or haven't seen me before. So I'm going to go through this very quickly. But that's me, Will Haimerl. It's like hey to a guy named Merle. I have 5 daughters, live in London, Ontario, Canada. I love helping people with my coaching courses. I'm the founder of ppc-coach.com, trained well over 11,000 online marketers since 2007. Started in 2005 online, went full time in 2007. I am what you call a dinosaur in the online marketing world. I'm not some kid who had one little drop shipping store and made $1 million selling Trump mugs or whatever. I don't sell anything political because I don't want to lose my ad account. I actually practice what I preach, and I stick to evergreen stuff. Anyway, big payouts. That's a picture of my first big check. I actually have more hair there, and my beard was not as gray. That's November 23rd, 2005. The amount was $17,489.53. I'll never forget that number because that's US dollars. Convert that to Canadian, it's over 20,000. And that's from a place called, what was it? I think it was Commission Junction back then. Anyway, we didn't even have high resolution cameras. This was taken on the old one with the film that you had to take in and get developed, and then you got your picture back. So that was generating secured loan leads using Google AdWords and selling them to banks in the United Kingdom. Now, that's confusing. I don't do that anymore. I probably should because there's a lot of money in it still. But I focus on Facebook ads and print on demand. That's my bread and butter. I'm getting back into Google ads big time too, and I've been going through some coaching myself. So I actually have a call tonight at 8 o'clock with a YouTube ad expert just to hone my skills a little bit more. He's going to be going through my account and giving me some tips, telling me what I can improve on. I figure if I'm going to ask people to trust me to coach them, then I have to be coachable and I have to go and get people who are better at stuff than me and get them to coach me too. So I practice what I preach there too. I buy courses, I buy masterminds, I buy everything in order to find golden nuggets. I'm constantly trying to improve myself because I feel like there's always something somebody else can give you. So anyway, after that check, I said the weirdest sentence to my wife. I said, I have to quit my job to start making money. And you don't hear people saying that too often, but I did. I quit it, and I've been working full time from my home since 2007. So I'm sitting in my home right now. I have one daughter home upstairs. She's got a cold, but that's it. I mean, I'm here all day. Kids are at school. Wife's at work. Got one kid in daycare. So this is like my sanctuary. Anyway, I've sold well over $1 million and counting with print on demand for multiple companies, and now is absolutely the best time. I will tell you, year after year after year, November, December, holy crap, it's the best month by far. The ultimate time to be selling print on demand products, physical products online is right now. There's no waiting. Hitting $10,000 profit, it is possible, especially in November. So that's why you're here. Maybe you missed the Christmas buying season in the past, and now you're not going to this time. Okay, so that's why I put together the Christmas Challenge 2020 to get you to $10,000 profit in like 4 weeks. And I think everybody on this call can do it with my help. So more on that later. Let's get into the training now. Today, like I said, we're going to cover 3 things. Then I'm going to make an offer at the end. Number 1 is what to sell. Can you guess? Necklaces. They're my favorite print on demand product. I love these. They're just perfect. It uses gifts, the gift angle where somebody purchases this in order to give it to somebody else. So my business is all about making people happy. I think of it that way. So if I'm a dad and I want to get my daughter something nice for Christmas or just because or birthday or graduation or whatever it may be, I can go and buy her a nice necklace that says, hey, no matter who enters your life, I'll love you more than any of them. Love, Dad. And I'll put that on a necklace with a little heart in the middle and I'll give it to her. Do you think she's going to be happy? Absolutely. You think I'm going to be happy? Absolutely. You think the company that produced that necklace is going to be happy? Absolutely. So we got 3 happy people involved in my business: the seller, the buyer, and the receiver. Awesome. What a great business to be in. So let's have a look. Like why? Okay, I already covered this, but necklaces are great gifts to give. They are. They're the best. So don't make a necklace in order for somebody to buy for themselves. That's not what we're doing. We're making gifts that people can buy for other people. Hey, what's coming up? Oh yeah, Christmas. Perfect, because we make gifts. So let's do this. So if you want to see a few examples, I'm going to show them to you right now. Here's one. So this is the perfect one. To my son, as God loved his only begotten son, I will love, protect, and encourage you, love dad. So this one actually is, these are real numbers. This sold 24,181 units, 27.95 price. The revenue per sale on that after cost of goods sold was $20. So that means this one produced $483,620. 50% of that I'm going to assume is ad cost. It might have even been 60 or 70%. So that's about 241,000 profit. What I like about this is the profit, the gift angle, the greeting card format. Can you do this? Could you put one of these together? Yep. I mean, you might not be able to design this, but there are people that can design this that you can pay a paltry amount in order to get one done. So how awesome is that, right? This is actually a niche that I haven't really gone into hardcore yet, but I should. And maybe I will on the next, maybe I'll shift that from, yeah, maybe I'll do the sun one because I haven't really done that before. And I think it's a great one to be in. And look at the results. I mean, they're there. So, number two, here's my bread and butter, like to my daughter. Always remember you're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and love more than you know. Love dad. So, this is an oldie but a goodie. This design, 14,460 units sold, $34.95 price, about $28 revenue per sale. So that one did about 404,000 revenue, 50% Facebook ad cost. So you're looking at 202,000 profit after cost of goods sold. So again, I like this. I like the profit. I like the gift thing. I like the greeting card format, which just means to my blank, quote, love blank. So it could be to my daughter, put a nice mushy quote, love dad. Or to my son, nice mushy quote, love mom. You could do that too. So can you do this? Why not? Why not? Now, here's another one. To my wife, I loved you then, love you still, always have, always will. This one's cool because how many married men are there out there? How many hundreds of millions of married men are there in the world? And this one sold 11,503 units, 322,000 revenue, 161,000 profit. And again, I love the profit. I love the gift angle. I love the greeting card format. This is awesome. This is a simple design. It's just a bunch of text in a circle with two rings intertwined in the middle. That design, I could do this design on Photoshop right now if I wanted. So, how much do those make? Have you been adding them up? Those three alone did 1.2 million in revenue and over 605,000 in profit. Amazing, right? Could you live on that? Yeah, of course you could. So assume that's in a year, right? So your revenue is 100,000 per month, 3,300 per day, which is like a profit. If you take half that, is 50,000 per month, 1,600 per day. Your ad spend is the same, 50,000 per month, 1,600 per day. Now your ad spend might be a little bit more and your profit might be a little bit less, but still, those are some very, very, very good numbers, right? All right. But I cannot spend that, right? I can hear you guys saying this already. 1,600 per day in ads? No way, that's nuts. No, can't do it. Well, people do that. And you don't have to start big. And it's not lighting $1,600 on fire. It's not a loss. It's investing. It's buying ads so that people will see your product and buy it so you make more than that back. In this business, we simply have to spend money to make money. If you don't spend money, you're not going to make any money. That's the way it goes. All right. So I encourage you to start smaller. I don't mean to scare you away. Gain confidence first, gain experience second, then you can bump it up. But start small, like way smaller. So are you pumped yet? Do you see what's possible? I hope so. Give me one in the chat box if you like what you see so far. Let's see. 1111. Right on. Good, good, good. Okay, so let's move on to the second part now. How to sell it. Now I'm going to show you my 5-step system. You can take this off this training and go do it on your own immediately after the webinar if you want. Number one, research. We got to find existing products. So we're going to pick a niche. So say we want to do the wife niche. Then we're going to do to my wife, I loved you then, love you still, always have, always will, love your husband. So you go to Google, you go to Etsy, you go to Gear Bubble, you start taking screenshots, you start making some notes, you start finding some products that you really like, you start finding designs that stick out to you. And those are the ones that you put into, well, I use a spreadsheet. I just use a Google Sheet and I'll take the screenshot and I'll put that into my Google sheet, and then I'll put what the quote is, and I'll put what the niche is, and I'll put what the status is. So the status is typically pending. The more I put into my Google sheet, the better, because then I have like a database of inspiration that I can build off, and then I can go to a designer and say, hey, I need one made up with this quote, and I really like this design, so can you do that? And they'll do it, and it's awesome. I don't have to do it. I mean, I could do it, but I don't have to do it. Step 2, design creation. Like I said, there's 2 options. You can do this yourself with Photoshop, Photopea, Canva. That's fine. If you want to do that, it's literally like if you do a circle one, it's a circle. So you start with a circle and you just start building out your design on that circle. You could do that. Add in some flowers, add in some hearts, put some fancy text. Canva, you can do it easily. Photopea, Photoshop, whatever you want to do. It is possible, but I actually recommend you outsource it. So I would just go to Fiverr and I would outsource all your design creation because it saves you time, saves you money, and the odds of like a designer on Fiverr creating something that actually profits is a little bit higher than us doing it ourselves. That said, one, two, 3 of my top sellers I actually did myself, and they look like a kid in kindergarten did them. So I don't know. Maybe in this business, it seems that ugly sells a lot, like even a lot more than pretty. So if you have this super duper design and you get it done, you're like, oh, that's the one that's going to make me like $2 million. And then you go and you launch it and you test it and you're like, oh crap, I got like no sales. What's going on? And then you launch this like really ugly one that you did yourself in 5 minutes and it sells like $1 million worth. And you're like, holy crap, what's going on here? It's weird. Ugly seems to sell, but I do recommend outsourcing if you're not comfortable with it. So stage 3, we have the research done. We have the design done. Now we have to launch it. So we're going to use my favorite platform, gearbubble.com. Why? Because it has the best converting landing page by far. All right. There's no other platform out there that converts better. I know because I've tested them all in heads up tests where I'll take the exact same design, I'll put on multiple platforms, and this one just blows everyone away for one very big reason. They keep it minimal on the landing pages. There's no distractions, no like 100 reviews that people can cycle through to find something else they want to buy and not buy yours. That's why I use it, and that's why I highly recommend it. So you upload your design here, you create the listing. This is where your traffic, your ads, this is where they go. So they come from Facebook, they go to your Gearbubble landing page, which Gearbubble creates for you, and then they can make the purchase on that page. Gearbubble will collect the money, Gearbubble will start the production, Gearbubble will then pay you your share of that. And then you can dump that back into ads and you can take a little bit out for yourself to live on. And it just works very wonderfully. So that's what I do. Step 4. Okay, we've done the research, the design, the test, the launch. Now we have to test it. So now we have to fire up some ads. Let's see if people buy it. If they do, awesome. If they don't, on to the next. The goal is always to find a big winner. And a big winner equals 3 or more in sales. So if I spend $100 testing one design, I want to get at least 3 sales in order for me to scale it, which is step 5. So if it got like 1 sale, if it got 0 sales, obviously it's a loser. If it got 1 sale on $100 spent, it might be, maybe, it could be a lucky sale. If it got 2 sales, we have a lot better chance of it being a big winner. If it got 3 or more sales, odds are that's going to be one that you can run for a long, long time and is going to make you a lot of money. So that's the basic gist of that one. Stage 5 is scaling. So if it passes the test phase, then we scale it. And that just means more ads, more ad sets, more campaigns, more money spent, more revenue, more profits, more, and then more. So we just keep adding more to more. I think of it, you're buying views of your landing page. You're just going to buy more and more and more, and you're going to expand to different areas, and you're going to take different angles with your ads and with your targeting, and you're going to say, you know, one section is working really well. You're going to duplicate that multiple times in order to hit everybody within that audience. So if I have like a wife necklace and I only target men who are 55 to 64 years old in the US, then that's one audience. Now within that audience, there's probably, I don't know what it was, 10 million people. We'll say 10 million for an even number. If I have one ad running or one campaign or one ad set running, and it's only spending like, I don't know, $12 per day, how many of those people am I going to reach within that audience every day? like 0.0000001% of the entire audience, that means I could do duplicates of that ad set multiple times in order to hit a different segment of that audience. So within that audience, every time we do a duplicate, it hits a new batch of people within the audience. It doesn't start at 1 and go to 10 million, and every ad you launch starts at 1 and goes to 10 million in the exact same order. Every time you do a new ad or a new ad set, it hits a new bucket of people within there. So that is a very good thing for us to know. And that allows us to scale quite a bit. Plus, we can be launching campaigns at higher daily budgets as well. So there's a lot to scaling, and there's a lot of different techniques. I've got a really good one that works really well right now. Well, actually, I have 2 or 3 right now that I've been working. But I can't wait until, what's today, Monday? Till tomorrow when, well, actually, when after this, after the election's over, it's going to be fun, fun, fun. So you're probably thinking, whoa, that's a lot to digest. It is, absolutely. But what if someone out there could teach you in detail? I bet that would help. And that's how I got started online back in 2005. But first, let us finish this off. So, number 3, that's the third part, is how to ensure success. So wouldn't that be nice? So the reality check is this is not a simple thing we're talking about. There are a lot of moving parts. It can be very complicated to figure out. I haven't even gone into the dashboards because that is basically hours and hours of training to actually see me clicking the buttons, uploading things, and doing all that good stuff. It can be very complicated. You can get overwhelmed. You do need a couple things before you can even start. And that the basic requirements are an idea, a design, a place to upload it, a way to market it, a way to connect it to an email program. That's a little bonus there too. A way to track results so you know which ad got a sale. A way to test, launch, scale. A way to retarget, which we didn't even talk about yet, and a schedule to follow. So retargeting is just when somebody clicked through to your page, they viewed it, but they didn't buy it. We want to keep showing that person ads to bring them back to the page so that eventually they buy. And those retargeting people are the most profitable ads that we can run by far. So you could even have a campaign that's kind of losing a little bit of money or breaking even with what's called cold traffic. And then you turn on retargeting campaigns and all of a sudden the whole thing is profitable. So it's a key part of your whole process. So how do you do this? Well, you've got 2 basic options. Like I said, you can take the easy way or you can take the hard way. Now, the hard way, go for it on your own. I just gave you my 5 steps. Go for it. Go do it. Like, why not? Well, here's the thing. You could take my 5-step system and you can like go to YouTube to fill in the holes. You can say, search for selling products online with Facebook ads. You're gonna get the following: different opinions, different styles, outdated methods, shifty people, tons of ways. Then go try each one on your own. And now you've got something. Not the solution, but it's something. It's a little thing called information overload. And what that means is you have so many options that you do not know where to start, which typically leads to overthinking and overanalyzing. So you go back to YouTube, you go back to Facebook groups, and you start searching for, how do I do this? What's the system? What's the next step? How much? Well, now I'm at this step. What do I do? Oh, I hit this roadblock. What do I do? Oh, this happened. What do I do? There's going to be a lot of what do I do's in the hard way. So you do nothing because you get so overwhelmed and you go back to square one, and that route absolutely stinks. I don't suggest it for anyone, but I know there's a lot of stubborn people out there, me included, that think we can reverse engineer everything and make it work on our own. That's cool. Go ahead, go for it. It'll just take a lot longer. That's all. So instead, take the easy route. Learn from someone who has been there, done that, has a t-shirt, is currently doing it, not just had one little successful Trump store back 4 years ago, has been riding the coattails of that. That's not me. Let's go back to 2005 just for a second so I can show you what I did. I took the easy way. Basically, I hated my job. I hated it. I couldn't stand it. I was a financial advisor in my previous life, and I sucked. I was awful. If you gave me $10,000 to invest, I could guarantee you that I could turn it into $5,000. No problem at all. But when you consistently lose people money investing their money, they don't tend to send referrals your way because they're a little bit pissed off that you lost some money. And honestly, I was just following the advice of my head office. I was no analyst. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I relied on my analysts. My analysts were always wrong. They were always wrong. So I lost people a lot of money. I hated it. I couldn't sleep at night. I was getting so stressed. I knew that was not the business I wanted to be in because I'm not really I'm going to say it, like financial advisors are a special breed because they got to be like kind of a butt kisser. It's a butt kisser type of job. It is because I did it. And that's not me. I couldn't do it. And when you're not a butt kisser and you lose people money, you can't do that job. So I was like, man, I'm going to go to like TD Ameritrade. I was going to work on the phone and I was going to take stock and option orders and plug them through for people who have an online brokerage account, but they, for some reason, don't have a computer. So they would call in and do the orders manually through me. I didn't have to offer any advice. I wasn't responsible for when they lost money. All I had to do was be like a phone monkey and type in the numbers, and that was fine with me. But when you work during the day shift, that phone, as soon as you hung it up, ring, ring, rang again with another person. What's the quote on I don't know, Intel right now? And I'm like, oh, let me look it up. And then I got to look it up and give it to them. What's a quote on Merck? And then I got to look it up and give it to them. Oh, I want to do a trade. I want to sell 2 shares of this. And I'm like, oh crap, this sucks. I hated my life. So I took the night shift so I could search the internet. I wanted to figure out how to be in business for myself. I always knew I was an entrepreneur, and I did not want to be an employee. I don't. You know, if you're an employee, cool, more power to you. But the people who make the money are the owners of the company, not the employees of the company. Okay, so I knew I had to become an entrepreneur and own my own business and start out on my own. So I found a mentor because I said, I don't have time. I got kids. I got another one on the way. My third one was on the way at that time. I'm like, I got to figure this out. So I found a mentor and he taught me all about my first business, which was that secured loan lead business, and then selling them to banks in the UK. Without his guidance and without his help, there's no way I would have quit my 9 to 5. And there's no way I'd be even on this webinar right now because I mean, well, maybe I could have figured it out on my own, but I doubt it because what he taught me really laid the foundation for what I do now. So I love it. So that's what I did. I found a mentor and a coach, and that is the easy way. If you want to lose weight, what do? You find someone teach you how. I mean, weight loss is all about willpower, really, and it's about all the fancy diets out there. It basically boils down to calorie deficit. That's how you lose weight. If you take in less calories than you're burning in a day, you're going to lose weight because your body's going to burn the fat in your body. That's the scientific facts. Weight loss is scientific. All the gimmicks out there, all the gimmick diets, all the gimmick trends, they're just gimmicks. It all comes back to, you know, if you want to lose weight, you have to do this. But to get there is difficult because we have horrible eating patterns. So we may need somebody to teach us how to eat right, how to exercise right, how to build up the muscle, how to build up our stamina and endurance. That's what you do. You find someone, you get a trainer. Want to learn scuba dive? What do? Find someone to teach you how. First time I went down scuba diving, and I've told this story before, but we're in the lake at my aunt and uncle's house at their cottage, and he was going down. He was cleaning out the lines for the water intakes on the cottages. So he was a certified scuba diver. He's like, "Hey, Will, want to come down?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I do." So um, we're in the water. We're treading water. He had 2 regulators, one on him. He's carrying the tank, and I'm just there in like my swim shorts. And he goes, "Okay, here's the regulator, but before you put that in, I got to tell you one thing. When you get down there, breathe." I'm like, "What do you mean breathe? Of course I'm going to breathe." He goes, "No, you won't. Because your whole life up to this point, you've gone underwater and you've held your breath. Because you know if you breathe underwater, you're going to inhale water and into your lungs and you're going to die because you're not breathing air, you're breathing water. So your instinct in your head is to always go under and hold your breath. But now I'm going to tell you, when you go under, breathe." And I'm like, "Holy shit, I didn't even think of that." "Yeah, you're right. The first time I went under, I would have held my breath." He goes, "Everybody does." He goes, "Just breathe. I'm telling you right now." So I went under and I was breathing. I was like, "This is the most bizarre thing ever. I'm 12 feet underwater and I'm breathing." And I loved it. But without him, I wouldn't have known that. I would have been screwed. I mean, you can't really go scuba diving without somebody, but yeah, amazing. "So you want to fly a plane? You don't just go to the airport and take one." "Well, I'd like to rent a plane, please." "Okay, sure. There you go. Take that one." No, no, you'll die and you'll probably kill a lot of people. You don't do that. You find someone to teach you how. This is no different. When you're trying to go out on your own and become an entrepreneur and start this business, whether it's a side hustle or you want to go full time, you have to find someone to teach you how. That's the best way. No matter what, the best way is always have someone teach you how. It's also the best way to ensure success. So that brings me to the very last part of the training, which is at the beginning, I did say I had something special for you, and I do, and it's awesome. But first, let me ask you a question. Are you enjoying it all so far? I hope you're nodding your head yes. Do you think this stuff can work for you? So far we've covered what to sell, how to sell it, how to ensure success. So my question is, do you want to take it to the next level? Just give me one in the chat box if you're good to go, and then we'll wrap this up in a little bit here. Well, I got a little bit to go, but not too much more. Got a lot of ones. Good. So this is it. Introducing the Christmas Challenge November 2020. The info and the methods that I've shown today, they kind of only scratch the surface, right? Not even a dent, to be honest. So the Christmas Challenge 2020 is all about showing you the exact system to follow by watching me over the shoulder, step by step, in excruciating detail to find ideas, get them created, and sell them profitably. I should have added to this, hit that 10,000 in 4-week goal. Okay, so it's full, what is it? It's full training and support. Where is it? It's on my forums. How much is it? You're going to love this. Honestly, I don't charge enough for this. If it sounds pretty sweet, it is. So what you get with the Christmas challenge is 3 live training webinars. Week 1 is like research and setup. Week 2 is launching and tracking. Week 3 is scaling. And then there's get started videos before. It's all over the shoulder. So you actually watch me in Facebook. You actually watch me in the Gear Bubble account. You watch me do it, and then you do it in your accounts. That's how it works. It's full training, step by step, in detail. No stone is left unturned. It's everything I do to hit the numbers that I showed you earlier. That's just the training. There's another aspect to it. You don't have to go at this alone, okay? No need to fly solo anymore. So if you've ever tried talking to someone about online stuff, you'll see them just kind of glaze over and they'll be like, haha, wait, what? Like, that's what my wife does. Every time I start talking about my business, like, she's all for it. She loves it. She knows what it provides for the family and for us. But if I try and talk to her about, oh, my CPM rates during the election are a little bit high, and I don't understand why my conversion rate dropped by like, 0.5%. It's really weird because I have this ad set going, and she's like, "That's nice, honey. I don't have an idea of what you just said." And I'm like, "Okay, well, no problem." So, what's the solution? Well, you have to find, excuse me, basically a group of people who speak your language. And that's what the second part is. It's the community and it's for support. So that's what you get on the forums. It's members only forums right on the site. Looks great on mobile too. Available 24/7. You get support, network with others, people who are in your shoes, people who will help you out. And it's led by me. I'm in there too all the time. Whenever I actually go in every morning and I look at new posts, and that's what I answer. So it is as valuable as the training itself. So you get training and support. Does that sound pretty sweet? It's a ton of value for a dirt cheap price. You're going to be blown away in a second. Combined value of $3,994, but I'm not charging that much, not even close. So what is the cost? You'll love this. I got 2 options. Option number 1 is a $1 trial for 7 days. Then $49.99 per month. Cancel at any time. So if you want to join, go to ppc-coach.com/join. If you're already a member, I see some members in here, you're already in for this, so you don't have to join again. But option 2 is this. This is a really good one. It's $49.90 per year. So you basically get 2 months free if you do the yearly option, which is on that page as well, ppc-coach.com/join. You'll see it. It's the equivalent of $41.66 monthly. Saves you money long term. Cancel at any time. I'll be honest, I'm not charging enough for this. For this training, I should bump this up to like $500 or $1,000 a month for what you're getting and what you can make. Actually, maybe even more. It's a membership site and you can cancel anytime, but you will not want to cancel. Why? Because every month another challenge launches on the site. The first Thursday of every month, the next challenge starts. So right now we're at the Christmas challenge. It's actually challenge number 13 on the site. I've done 12 already on there, and there's already members on there. And they just go every month. So November, we got Christmas challenge number 2, because I already did number 1 in October, which we just exited. December, I got the 3rd one, just to squeeze in that last one. January, we switched to Valentine's Day. February, Valentine's Day. March, Father's Day. And we keep going. We do Mother's Day. We do everything. We do all the major holidays where people are giving gifts. And then we kick back into the Christmas time. We run 3 challenges dedicated to Christmas. So the cool part is you actually get access to all the previous ones we've done as well. They're already in there in the forums, which in a minute there, I'll actually go into the forums and show you what you get and show you what you can do. So you'll want to stick around because the key is constant updates and new challenges. As you know, Facebook ad methods change all the time. Facebook changes their dashboard all the time. So if you buy a course today on Facebook ads, within 3 months, the dashboard will change, and you're like, well, where do I go to click this? Where do I go to click this? I will literally do a training live on Facebook ads, and 3 days later, somebody will post on the forum saying, they changed their dashboard. Where can I find this? And I'm like, really? They changed it already? They did. So this is why you're getting the absolute most up-to-date methods and dashboards and everything that you can possibly get with my challenges. So did I mention this is number 13? So there are 12 others that have already happened before this one. And the best part, you can view them immediately when you join. So you're not just getting the next challenge, you're getting all the previous ones that you can view immediately, and you're going to get a ton of value. There's so much training in there. So 12 of them, there's 3 sessions each, and they're an hour long. So that's 36 hours of training right there for $1. Come on. Are you in? I hope so. So how about a bonus? Now, this is a fast action bonus. The first 10 people to purchase a yearly option will get a call with me on Skype. So let's chat, see if I can help. Tell me what you're doing. I'll offer my advice. Basically like a one-on-one coaching session for you. But that's only for the first 10 who purchase the yearly option. So please act fast. Now, what is the guarantee? It's simple. If you do nothing, you're going to get nothing. Nothing will change in your life. And if your first question is, what's the refund policy on a $1 trial? We're not a good fit. Your mindset's not right. If you take action, follow the challenge, you're going to succeed. If you don't, no problem. Have a nice day. Like I don't do the forums to provide, like I don't need them. I do them because I want to, not because I need to, put it that way. So I enjoy it. I mean, seeing some people succeed, it makes me happy. Almost happier than having big sales days. So what I'm saying is, if you want to change, then do it. So if all this did was teach you how to sell necklaces online profitably, would that be worth it? And if all it did was give you support via the members only forums, would that be worth it? And if all it did was save you thousands trying to figure this out on your own, would that be worth it? Absolutely, right? If you want to hit 10,000 per month, like I said, you have 2 basic options. Do it alone, the hard way. Go to YouTube, search for how to sell necklaces online, find tons of conflicting info, get confused, get overloaded, overthink it, second guess yourself, waste time, waste energy, struggle. You will, guaranteed. Number 2, let me teach you. Watch me do it. Replicate it in your accounts. Watch me on every dashboard. Know what buttons to push. Know what settings are best. Know how to set up properly. Know how to manage scale. Connect all the dots. Save time, save money, and be happy. Which option do you prefer? It's a complete no-brainer. There's a URL in the bottom right. So any questions, email them to me. What's the difference between now and later? Now you might be struggling. Later you won't be anymore. This is a limited time offer. It won't be available forever. Now, some common questions that I get all the time, then I'm going to actually go into the forums live and show you what you get. So why a membership site? It's more organized versus a Facebook group, which I've ran a lot in the past. If the Facebook group gets too big, and there are over 200 members in the forums right now, it's very difficult to keep track and things get lost in the shuffle, and I don't like it. Plus, I don't like building a business on Facebook. I will take people from Facebook and move them to my own site, because at any given time, Facebook could say, oh, we're just going to shut down your account. I don't want to do that. So I have more control, which means a better program, and it's very easy to view on mobile too, which is key. So how is it delivered? It's on the forums via videos, and the 3 live training sessions are on there. You can register right away. What if I can't make a session? No problem. I'll post replays. They're posted pretty much right away. Well, within a couple hours of the live, available to view anytime. I should say available to view anytime. See, I'm human. When can I start? Right now. You get instant access, get started. There's already stuff going on. There's already people in there. You're not the first. Do I need a store? Do I need Shopify? No, not for this challenge. Maybe in the future I might do one, but for now I don't even use a store. So I do all this stuff without a store. Amazing, right? When you join, you get to participate in those 2 in the future. What if I don't get Facebook ads? No problem. That means you won't have any bad habits. That means I get a clean slate. And that is a good thing. It's actually easier to train somebody when they don't have any bad habits to break. What about the next challenge? Well, you pay monthly or yearly, cancel anytime. Then you get in on all the challenges. As long as you're a member, you're in. So join once, get in on multiple. Pretty cool deal. When? Every month. The first Thursday of every month is when the next one starts. Schedules in the membership. We just keep doing them. That's how I've been running my business for years now. And it works. Like I said, I practice what I preach. What daily budget do I need? You start small and work your way up. So example, start at 10 bucks a day. Take the training, apply it to your budget. Do not scale until you've got a definite winner. I can help you determine that. Just say, hey, Will, is this a definite winner? Post a screenshot of your stats, blur out anything you don't want to, identify the product. We're good to go. What if I have more questions? Email me, go to Skype, go to my group, ppc-coach.com/group. That's the free Facebook group. It'll redirect you there. I'm happy to answer any questions. Did you join yet? Awesome. See you in the forums in a minute. If you're still on the fence, here's a couple testimonials. So Mandy, I've known Will for a few years, have a couple of his courses. You always learn something from him, whether you're at the beginning, intermediate, or advanced stage of your business. He teaches what is working for him now, and he teaches in a simple, easy to understand way. I was able to implement one of his courses within the first lesson, made my investment back. Love that. Oliver, I don't usually make public posts on Facebook, but feel I need to tonight. Will, you could be spending your time making money for yourself instead of creating such great and insightful content. I truly believe you genuinely care and want to help people. You got me started with print on demand back in February, and I'm already seeing great success. I've hit several bumps along the way, but just believe in yourself and you can do this and you will. Right on. Chris, I've been following Will for 3 years now, and to this day, I still think he's the best in the business when it comes to coaching print on demand and Facebook ads. Purchased a couple of his courses in the past, and they've been great. Everything he teaches has been battle tested and proven, so you can trust the strategies that he shares. Definitely follow this guy, you won't regret it. Love it. If you want more, go there. I got a whole page full. There's like over 150 on there. So I've been doing this a long time. I'm not new to this. What happens after you order? You get immediate access to the forums. Want to see them? No problem. Here, these are my forums. This is my favorite place to be. So we got intros, general discussion, success stories, journals, mindset. Here's where the next challenge is already. It's ready to go, primed and ready. And here's what I was saying about the completed ones. So there's a Christmas one. There's, if you want to do face masks and Etsy, there's one we did in September. Wedding challenge number 2 and number 1. Teacher gift challenge. If you want to do teacher gift, Father's Day, Mother's Day, 2 for Mother's Day. I did a funny coffee mug challenge, Valentine's Day of last year, and the Christmas challenges from last year as well. And then the next one coming up are down here. So this one just moves to the current moves to the completed, and we just keep going through. So let's go in here quick. So like I said, I do practice what I preach. So I don't, what's the date on this? I don't post every day all my screenshots, but I do post good ones, of course. So this was 794.08 profit yesterday. That was on October 22nd. So if you extrapolate that out, that's 23,000 per month profit, not revenue. So the cost of the forums is $1 to get in for 7 days, 50 bucks a month. Look what you can do. Like, come on. So like I said, for perspective, I could pay for 15.8 months of access here on the forums with 1 day of profit. Do you think this place is still a little cheap? It is. I don't know why I'm keeping it so cheap. Maybe just to get more people in, I guess. This is all doing things I teach here, nothing weird or out of the ordinary. Find winners and scale them. That's the secret. So there you go. I'm Canadian. So my 603 US turns into 794.08 Canadian. That's my profit. There's my screenshot. There's my cost. So you'll notice too, when you go online and you see guys posting big screenshots, they always post the revenue, but they never post this part. So I actually post this part. So you can see that I'm not making this up. These are 2 Facebook ad accounts that you'll see. I got more in here too, of course, and there's other people posting success as well. Got my first sale after his ad account was reinstated. Yes, 15K net profit September 2020. Holy crap, that's awesome. First sale, Etsy mask sale, first mask sale, new pixel, 3 units sold in my 4th order, first sale. Very first sale. There's another one for me, another one for me. System is working. Thanks for the idea. Right on. Another one for me, another one for me, another one for me. 3K revenue. So that's just page 1. There's 6 pages of these of success stories. So I hope that can convince you that we actually know what we're doing here. Anyway, when you get in, you go in here and you go into this thread. Then you'll see it's kind of the welcome. Where's the training? I actually have a table of contents. So you can see all the challenges we did. There's a link to each one. And then there's what we did in each of the training sessions. So actually I am up to date here. So we did, in October, we did message cards on Gear Bubble. So there's training number 1, which was research and then creating. and then mindset, and creating a video and using YouTube ads as well. So it's all in there. So if you're like, well, where do I find this training? Just go to that post, table of contents, and you can find everything listed in order. So it's very easy to see. What I do when I come in here in the morning is I'll go to what's new. I already did this today, but I'll look at like new posts. I've already cleared it out today, but there's another one. So I'll go to new posts and then I'll just start looking at them and I'll just start going through and answering everybody in there. So you have this button available too, what's new. So that's the forums. They're pretty awesome. I love them. The other old iteration I had wasn't as clear and as organized as this one back in the day. Back when at its peak, these forums had well over 1,200 members at one point. So I'm trying to get it back up there. There, we got some just joins over there. Awesome, right on. So thank you. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate your time. I can't wait to help you succeed. And I hope that you join. It's $1. Like I paid more for the coffee sitting on my desk right now this morning than it costs to join these forums, and you get a ton of value. I challenge you to find another place that offers more training for $1 than I just did on this webinar. So all of the existing members that are on here, thanks for coming on. You're already in. We're gonna blow up November. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna destroy it. We're gonna make a ton of money. To the new members, I can't wait to meet you. Go ahead, go through that first post. You'll see when you join. I think there's a video of me welcoming you to the forums. Maybe it's that one. I can't remember how I did it, but you'll go through to that post and then read through it and then post your introduction. Start introduce yourself to everybody, and we will see you on the first challenge, which is starting Thursday. So get in there now. You've got a lot of stuff to chew on. All right, if you have any questions, I'll take them, and then we're going to close it off. Yeah, when does message cards training come to Gear Bubble 3.0? Oh, yeah, I got to move it over there. Sorry. If you're in the forums, you've gone through it. If you're not, I'll move it over there. Are there any done for you designs in that program that we can use or copy? No, not in this program. You got to do them all yourself. I do have another, I'll run a boot camp once in a while, which is separate from the forums, but it costs a lot more because in the boot camp, I actually do the testing and the designs and then give them to you direct. So that's a way more expensive proposition than this one. What is the lowest price you sell your necklaces for? $39.95 for me. I'm even testing going higher because, and I've said this before to others, but pricing is a matter of, there's always different segments of the population. There's a segment of the population that always wants the lowest cost, the cheapest thing they can possibly get, and that's what they search for. So they're like the couponers of the world. They don't care what the quality is. They just want low cost. That's their prime motivation for buying. That is a huge segment of the population, but it's not the only segment of the population. There's another segment, there's multiple segments, but there's another segment that wants to buy more expensive things. And it sounds weird, but it's true. So if you price higher, you're going to eliminate the low cost people, and you're going to target automatically the people that are seeking a higher cost. And it sounds weird, but I've actually, like, I'll give you an example. I was looking for a Roomba. So I went to Amazon and I said, okay, Roomba. Wife wants a Roomba. What do we do here? Amazon, let's type in Roomba. Oops, back type Roomba. Okay, so we got Roomba. Now, see this little thing? Sort by. Most people will do this, low to high, because on Amazon, it is a race to the bottom, and people just want to buy the cheapest thing they can find. When you do low to high on Roomba, you get all the accessories first, and then you start getting into the actual little vacuum things, right? So you got their base model, the 675, then you got, at 349, then you got this one, an E5. So let's make this a little bit better. Let's go iRobot instead of, see if it sorts it better. There we go. Oh, and then price, low to high. I'll probably have to go to page 2 to get out of these accessories. It's on page 2. Still in the accessories. Okay, it's on page 3. I do have a point. All right, here we go. So here we go. So here's the, you can get the base. There's one. 650, 309, 318, 329 for this one. Well, that's a robot mop. So 349, we're starting to get into the Roomba thing. 675, 349, 362, 369, right? 399.95, 399 for the E5, and then all these different models are, they just cost more and more and more as you scroll down. So you can find like this one, the i6. There's actually an i9. I don't know why it's not showing on here. But if you go like this, and then you sort from price high to low, there it is. So this is how I bought my Roomba. So I went to Amazon and I sorted price high to low because I didn't want to bother with the low ones, because I figured if I'm going to buy one of these auto vacuum things, I might as well get the best one they have because it's probably the best for a reason. So I actually did. I bought this one. I own it. And if you go to the little sales page, you'll see the comparison part. There's a chart here somewhere. So here we go. So I went to this, find the robot vacuum that works for you, so that, oh, I guess it's called the S9, whatever. So it says 3-stage cleaning, superior, suction power 40 times the others, cleaning pattern, neat rows, right on, runtime, smart charge and resume, intelligent navigation, and so it has smart mapping, so it actually maps the house, navigates obstacles and chairs visually, the other ones don't. Personalized cleaning recommendations, it'll do that. But down here, it's got like a specialized corner clean the other ones don't have, and this anti-allergen system. So basically I took the top model, and that's what I wanted. I didn't even bother with these. Now there are others that will go and search and they'll try and find the cheapest vacuum they can find, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But all I'm saying is there's two segments of the population. I'm this segment. So if something's more expensive, that's what I want, because odds are it's got more features, might last a little bit longer, it might be a bit higher quality, I don't know. But if I buy the cheapest one, I know I'm probably gonna have to replace that in a year because it might break down. It just doesn't have all the other features that the top model does. Same when you buy a vehicle. Do you buy one with no options or do you buy one with every option? I buy one with every option now because I like it. So I'm not saying it's like I'm better than you. I'm saying there are segments of the population that don't care about the price. So if you are in the segment of population that cares about the price, it's very difficult to shift your mindset to I can raise my prices, because you think you have to lower your prices to make more sales. That's not the case. Sometimes if you do the opposite of what you think, so if you're in the low cost segment and you think the only way I'm going to sell more necklaces is to drop my price to undercut everybody else, and that's how I'm going to do this, that's how I'm going to make my fortune. No. And if anything, raise your prices. Do the opposite of what you think. You'll be pleasantly surprised. When I started ratcheting up my prices on Gear Bubble, everybody started following suit. I was the first one to start charging more. Even when I was selling China products, I would start ratcheting up my price. I was starting to sell them at like $89 for a necklace on China with engraving and everything. It would push it over $100 for a necklace. And people thought I was nuts. But sure enough, people started charging more because they saw it works. So for pricing, I always say, do the opposite of what your gut says, go higher versus lower, because you'll hit that segment of the population. There's a lot of them out there that will buy something that's more expensive because the perceived value of that more expensive product in their mind is that's better. I like it. The quality's better. And sometimes too, if say they're giving it to their wife and they go, okay, here's a necklace that costs $24.95, $25. I'm going to give it to my wife. And she gets it and she's like, oh, that's nice. What'd you pay for this? They're like $25. And she's like, oh, what a cheap piece of crap. What a gumball machine piece of crap. Whereas if that same necklace, same situation, same person said, oh, I paid $40 for this. Oh, honey, that's nice. Now all of a sudden the receiver is probably going to go, oh, they paid more. So maybe this is a little bit better quality than I think. You hit a whole different segment of the population when you do it. And it's not that the segment is better than you or worse than you. It's just a different segment. So for pricing, go higher. That's the gist of that whole thing. Let me get some other questions and then we'll wrap it up. Oh, a bunch of them coming in. I don't mind my question box over here. what percent of sales are from the husband to wife market? That's my lowest percent. I would say 10% of my sales come from there. I have other markets that I love. Thanks for your awesome. Just had 3 great ideas from listening. Right on. Thank you, Cindy. Please provide link to join. Okay, so it's ppc-coach.com/join, right on the bottom right of your screen. If we recently joined PPC Coach at $9.97, do we get access to the forum? Can you answer this again? No. $9.97. So you bought the course? The forum doesn't come with the course. It's separate. So you don't like Shine On stuff, or just like the Gear Bubble page is better? I love the Shine On products. They're awesome. Eric has made like super high quality stuff. I've run head-to-head comparisons on conversions, and Gear Bubbles beat them every time. And my main issue with Shine On's page is, well, there's a couple, but they're working on it. And I don't want to knock them because they are trying very hard. I want them to get rid of their review thing, because if you look at a page, and I'll show you right now, let's find a Shine On page. Let's find a product on Shine On. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So let's go Shine On. See if we can find one. Okay, this is just a random one I'm pulling up. I don't know whose this is. So here's our landing page. They're getting there. They're doing better, but they're not quite where I want them to be yet. So you saw an ad for this. To my wife, I may not be your first date, first kiss, first love. I just want to be your last everything. I love you forever and always. So this is actually one of the big sellers that did huge money. So anyway, so you go here, and the first thing you see is, well, there's a link to that. So this is called a traffic leak. It goes to Shine On's main page, where you've got a bunch of other products showing right away. So if you paid for ads to this page, and then somebody clicks on the logo, they're off your page. They're onto somebody else's design. No. This click here to help, that's fine. The phone number, that's fine. As long as they're buying this and you're getting credit for it, that's fine. The reviews, okay? So the first link on the right-hand side is reviews. Automatically skipping your product and going to other people's products. These are other sellers on Shine On. So you go, okay, I landed on the wife one. Here's one. Okay, that's cool. Here, oh, what's this one? Let me look at this. Oh, it's a future wife, but hey, I like that saying. Oh, it's to my future wife. Well, I don't want that. So let me just keep scrolling through here. Oh, there's more reviews. Let me look at more. Future wife. Well, that's not related to wife. I don't know who these people are. They're wearing them. Oh, there you go. She's cute. Let's keep going down. Future wife. Well, that doesn't make sense. It's not a future wife. I'm looking for a wife one. Let me find another wife one here. I'll just keep going. Let me just go. How long am I taking here? Well, let me find some more here. Here's one. What's this one say? Happy anniversary. I love you this much. Always and forever. Oh, that's cute. I wonder if I can buy that one. Where can I buy that one? I don't know. Well, I can share it. Well, I really want this one. Let me go. You know what? I'm going to go to Google. So it says happy anniversary. I love you this much. So I'm going to go to Google. Happy anniversary. I love you this much. Let me see if I can find that one, because I like that one better. I don't know. I don't see it on here. Well, I'm just going to click the first one here. No, that's not it. These are messages. I don't want messages. Oh, you know what? I saw a message in here I really like. Why don't I just, you see what's happening? I forgot what I was originally doing, and I'm off down the rabbit hole of the internet. And I'm not even going to buy anymore. So I'm going to go, oh, that's so cute. Oh, geez, my phone just rang. Now I got to go get it. It's been 5 minutes since I clicked on this page and looked through all these reviews because I got distracted. Oh, there's another to my wife. Well, that's cool too. Hey, where's the thing on that? I wonder what happened. Is mine going to come like that? I don't want that. So do you see what's happening here? This is not a conversion booster. This is a conversion drainer. If they would allow me to opt out of this, I would sell their products again, but they don't. So I don't, it's just the page is not set up for paid traffic to convert at as high a rate as their competitors. That's my beef. And they're working on it. The guys there are really good, but they're selling this as a bonus, as a conversion booster, but we're not selling Shine On as a company. We're selling our impulse buy product, and they're taking it as we as sellers are selling Shine On as a brand, and that's not my goal as a seller. It's to sell my product. So if this were gone and they could just add the cart and buy, I would be a lot happier because now I know, okay, they came here, they bought it, there's another one, right? Same thing. The landing page is full of distractions. It's full of click-aways, I call them. So the click-aways are like this. The main click-away is the first thing you see, and they can go here and then they can click it. To my daughter, oh, that's beautiful. Oh yeah, I'm going to buy that one instead because I have a daughter and it's Christmas. So they just clicked off your listing, went to the main page, clicked on somebody else's, or they scrolled through and they got confused because they're looking at all these listings for all the necklaces and all these people that are saying, oh yeah, it's lovely, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. But these reviews should be for my product only. They shouldn't be for everybody else's product. And not only that, like over here too, this needs to be moved up here. And I've said this for a long time, and it seems to be falling on deaf ears. So that's why it's not that I don't like them. I love the guys at Shine On. They're really good guys. They definitely know what they're doing. Their stuff is high quality. I just don't like the landing page. So that's why I'm just going to stick with what converts best for me. All right, so let's keep going. Okay, I have Gear Bubble Pro, but don't know how to set it up. Will you teach me how to use it? Gear Bubble Pro is a different one. I'm not covering that in the forums, but you can take the training for the marketing and apply it to Gear Bubble Pro, definitely. Can we sell real silver items? If not, why not? No, they're not real silver. You would have to find a supplier that offers real silver, and neither Shine On nor Gear Bubble offers that. You can always reduce your prices. Try increasing, not so easy. I'm of the opposite opinion. I think higher is better. When will our training start? It's Thursday at 10 a.m. is the first one. Who is a YouTube expert you're having a consult with today? Good question. His name's Alvin. I don't know I can't remember his last name, but it's at 8 o'clock tonight. He's going to go through my account. 10 a.m. Eastern is the first training on Thursday. If you start on the monthly, can you change the yearly one later? Yep, you can. You can start on the trial and change the yearly later. That's fine. On Two Daughter, have you seen Love Dad or Love Mom is better? So for the daughter niche, I've tried Love Mom a million times, and the Love Dad always beats it. I don't know why. I don't know if just men are more used to buying stuff like jewelry for other people than women are used to buying jewelry for other people. I don't know, but I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm just saying that the dad, Love Dad. Plus, I don't know. I think I'm biased because I'm a dad and I have daughters, so I know this niche like the back of my hand, and I get my best ideas from my daughters. I actually ask them, "What would be a beautiful thing I could say to you?" And they're like, "Here, say this, this, and this." And I'm like, "Bingo! Put that on a necklace and sell it." If you have an e-com store, can you put Shine On products there? Yes, you can. They have a Shopify app that you can use. So does Gear Bubble. Same thing. Can you outline what you get on this course? Just unclear. Do you get a course that shows you how to get ideas to listing it for sales? It's not a course. It's a live training program, and you get everything. You get all the 5 steps. So research. I'll teach you how to research. I'll teach you how to get designs done. Teach you how to launch them. Teach you how to test them. Teach you how to scale them. It's a live living thing. What higher price points are you going to test for both silver and gold? 50, 60, 70, 80? Yes, all of the above. I think the higher you go, the better. And, why not? If you're in doubt, if in doubt, test it out. That's a good saying, right? And it applies. So don't be afraid to go higher. You might be shocked. You might be absolutely shocked. Do I need a special landing page to get started? No. They actually provide the landing page for you. So I'll teach you exactly how to list your product, and that product listing is your landing page. How much does the ad copy matter on your sales page, or does the ad copy even matter at all? It matters a little bit. My preference on the ad copy on my sales page is to ask a question and then give the response. So I'll say, like, would your wife love this? And then my response would be, she would absolutely love this, and she'll love that you thought of her in such a special way. Get her one now and make her day. That would be my copy on my sales page. Whereas if you look at some of these, And I don't mean to pick on Shine On because they're a great company, but look at the copy on the landing page. To my wife, last everything necklace. Where's the emotion? Where's the description? Oh, it's way down here. And this is just repeating what it said on there. Here, this is even good. So this, you can't put a price on romantic gifts. This beautiful cubic zirconian necklace and romantic message card are sure to become the treasure of your wife's heart. Surprise your wife and watch her heart melt when you give it to her. That should be right here below the headline, because that will sell a lot more than the fake scarcity, the fake savings, the fake limited time only, the unique one. All this stuff can go. Ships from the US. You know what? Oh, yes, the US is a big market, but I'm Canadian and I could care less if it ships from the US. If you're in anywhere else in the world, do you really care if it ships from the US? I don't. I don't. I don't give a flying at all. So this is a purely US play, but it doesn't matter to me and it doesn't matter to the worldwide traffic that I send here. This can go, as far as I'm concerned, this can go. This fake scarcity, the fake bump up the price and drop it thing can go. This just screams like they're trying to build trust and they're losing it when they do this, in my opinion. So anyway, this part should be up here and that would be a good landing page. Get rid of this. Just get rid of it. Unless it's reviews for my product only, get rid of it. Because as you saw, it's just a distraction. Even this, they click it, right? And it opens in a new tab, but now that new tab is another product from somebody else. That's not even my product. These aren't my products. This is just basically going through and taking the traffic that you're sending there and doing whatever they want with it. And to me, that's not cool. I don't want to do that. It's a click away. And it's just siphoning traffic away from my listing. And I paid for that traffic. I want that traffic to stay on mine. Another question, have you ever tried bereavement items? Every holiday could sell items for people who have lost loved ones, especially now during COVID times. I tried it. It works. I can't stand the niche because I've had too many people personally die on me and I don't like being in that niche. So it's just a personal thing for me. I don't want to be in there. I know you could make a lot of money in it and I'm not judging anybody who's in it. I don't like it because I don't like the feelings I have about it. Okay, do you think the husband to wife market has more potential? And could you make a lot more if you decided to put more 10% ad spend into the market? Yeah, the husband to wife market is huge and it does have a ton of potential and there's nothing wrong with it. And if I put more than 10% of my time, energy, and effort into it, I'm sure I could make it work very, very well. Here's one thing I'm going to tell you about the market. When you're advertising a wife necklace or a wife message card or whatever it is, you're going to sell one, because how many wives does the guy have? Unless they're in Utah, they have one. So they're going to buy one. Now, if you sell a daughter necklace, how many sales can you make on that one order? 2, 3, 4, 5? Yes, you can. See the difference? So the wife niche is great. It works. They're only going to buy one. The daughter niche is great. It works. They could buy one. They could buy 2. They could buy 3. They could buy 4. So you just made more sales for no extra effort just because you're in a niche where a guy can have more than one daughter and he will buy a necklace, the same one, for all of his daughters. Very, very big difference. They can make a huge difference. That's why I like it so much too. Plus, look at me. I got 5 daughters. So I got to buy 5 of these things, right? So I click your ad. I go through, I love it. I got to buy 5. I can't just buy it for one. And the other 4 would be like, no, you don't get anything. What kind of data is that? So anyway, do I need my own domain and hosting account to make this training work? Good question. No, you do not. You don't need your own domain. You don't need your own hosting. You don't need any of that. GearBubble provides the whole thing. We use their domain. That's where we're sending traffic. They create the product listing page. We can track everything with our own ad account. When you get to a GearBubble page, there's no traffic leaks. So they're not going to send you to the main page and sell you other people's products. They're not going to put reviews of a bunch of other products for a bunch of other sellers. That's going to confuse the clicker. It's just it's far more optimized for paid traffic. I had them buy 6 in the daughter niche, 3 gold and 3 silver. There you go. I've had one that bought 9. 9. Want to take that a step further? I'll give you guys a tip. Granddaughters. Grandpas have how many granddaughters? More than one, usually. More than one. How many grandsons they have? More than one. So if you make a granddaughter necklace, man, how many are they going to buy? A ton. Especially for Christmas. Guess what we're coming into? Christmas. All right, can you please show an example of the ad copy on one of your actual necklaces that is live right now? No, no, I'm not showing a live necklace. I get copied immediately. So I make a lot of money with my necklaces, as you saw from my payouts in this presentation. So there's no way I'm showing a live necklace of mine. Sorry, can't do it. You can go and Google Gear Bubble daughter necklaces. You'll see a whole ton of examples, but I'm sorry. I can't give away the farm. Like that's like handing you the keys to my bank account and saying, here you go, just take it. I can't do that. Sorry, man. Or woman, I'm not sure. It just says initials on there. Can't do it. Anyway, we've gone over time. I love the questions. They're great. And this is what I do on the forum too. So when you guys get stuck or you hit a bump in the road, I help you out. We walk you through it. We get you over the bumps. You're going to encounter issues and problems. That's going to happen. It's natural. It's how you deal with them that matters. So I'm offering you the chance to get support from somebody who's been there, done that, and is currently doing that. And you can make a ton of money too. So if you're in, you're in. If you're not, no problem. Maybe next time. So I'm going to close off with that. You guys all have a great day, and we will see you in the forums. Thanks, everybody.